Okay, one discuss for a second, beginning the Halachot of Shavuot. First question that comes up is, when should you make Kiddush at the night time on Shavuot? Okay, when you come home from the Beit Knesset, number one, when should we be praying, Arvit? And when should we make Kiddush when we come home? What's the discussion? The discussion is that the language of the Torah tells us that not only are we supposed to count the 49 days, the 7 complete weeks, but those days are supposed to be timimot. They're supposed to be complete days. That means that we're not supposed to cut in to any of the days and end it early. If you cut off the day early, then it's not a complete day. So therefore, what's the thinking? The logic is, this is brought down by the Achronim, in the name of the Father, B'Shlah HaKadosh, which is that if a person prays early, on that last day, you counted the 7 weeks, and now you're going to bring in the Chag HaShavuot early before the end of the day. You've just cut off that day, and it's not a complete day. Perhaps you're in violation of the complete days that you're supposed to be counting. And therefore, because of this reason, Mishnah Berurah brings down the first halakha of Shavuot, Taf Tzadi Dalet Siv Katan Aleph. He says that a person should wait to make Kiddush until nightfall. Even though, like we already have now, during the week, people are praying already after Plaga Mincha Arvit, while it's still light outside. But a person should be makpid, according to Mishnah Berurah and other Achronim, to only make Kiddush after it's Vaday nightfall. It's dark outside, or 3 stars, but certainly later than we're praying Arvit nowadays, in order not to violate this obligation of Timot. However, if you look in the Chazon Ovadia, he quotes what he says in the Chavedat, Chelek Vav, Siman Lamed. Over there, Chazon Ovadia assembles the counter-argument, which is basically based on a few things. First of all, the Sefer Yosef Ometz says that it's a nice thought, but he says, I looked around, I don't see this to be the minhag. Many important chachamim that had a lot of yirat shamayim, they were not particular to push off Arvit or Kiddush until it was Vaday darkness. So it doesn't seem to be the minhag, number one. Number two, interesting idea, he says that we have the minhag, the custom, to stay up the entire night on the night of Shavuot, studying the Torah, and Sfaradim are even more particular to say the proper seder, the Tikkun Leil Shavuot, which is very lengthy. And he says in the different climates, different places on the globe where nightfall will hit very, very late, northern parts of Europe, the Shki'ah and the Tzedek Chavim is going to be very late. If you wait until then, you're going to have almost no time left to the Tikkun Leil Shavuot. And therefore, the Sefer Yosef Ometz writes that it's not important to push off the Kiddush or the Arvit until Vaday nightfall. A person is allowed to pray already the regular time he prays early, and he should try to have at least the Kiddush during the time of Bin Hashmashot, during the twilight. But to wait until certainly nighttime, that's not necessary. Additionally, the Chazon Ovadia writes in the Chavedat, he writes that we also don't have the practice nowadays of making new drashot. That means when we look at psukim, we're not ready, we're not on the level to be able to extrapolate new meaning. And the truth is, this idea of how to interpret the word timimot in such a way that we're not allowed to be mikabel the Yom Tov early, this idea is not found in the Gemara, nor is it found in the Rishonim. It's a thought which is brought down in the later Achronim. And therefore, it says Chazon Ovadia, based on also the Ya'avatz, who brings us down the Sidur Bet Yaakov, we're not at the level to be able to make such drashot, since it's not found in the Poskim, it's not found in the Rishonim or the Gemara, therefore it's not something we have to be particular about. Therefore, what's the bottom line? The bottom line is, Chazon Ovadia, if a person lives in the climate where he can satisfy all the opinions, that you can wait a little bit until the nighttime, or at least Ben Hashmashot, twilight, and in that way, you're going to be able to satisfy all the opinions, that's the best thing to do. However, if a person is in a place where the nighttime is going to fall very late, and he has people at home that cannot stay up so late, and it's going to cut in majorly, significantly into the time that he has, then it's possible for a person to accept the Yom Tov even during the twilight, when it's not yet technically nighttime for sure, and that's acceptable as well.